Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. This time around I'm going to really be trying something new as I've got really some big stuff that's going to be coming up over the next couple of months and really want to start doing a regular kind of workbench update maybe every month over and above Stash and some of the tutorials and the things that kind of go hand in hand with the hobby. As you know, things change quite rapidly. So I've had to make notes just because there's a little bit here, and I kind of want to make this as short as we can for this video, because I'm really going to start shooting some 4 and 5 part series on actual builds as the kits come in, things that aren't really stock, and I'll kind of go into detail on that. But so I don't know if I can do much of it here, but I've kind of moved, let's see if we can turn this, but I've kind of moved my hobby room around again. I will do a more in-depth video on this, but I've added a 3D printer to the chaos, and this is going to allow me to change the way I build with saving money by printing my own aftermarket gear, 3D products. And that's not just for the 124, 125 scale cars, but that allows me to do some real fun stuff with 112 motorcycles, which I've really come to love doing. I've got a nice build series coming up on the Panigale by Ducati. It's going to be a fun one. I've got a pile of accessories for that. But it's more going to change the way I kind of do my tutorials as well as build videos, because I can save some money on having to ship the stuff out to me and really whatever works. I mean, the cost of shipping is atrocious. Not to say that a lot of the guys that I use, such as Iceman Collections and TS Decals, Off the Sprue, they're great fabricators, but I can do this stuff on my own and save some money, as well as maybe do some stuff on the side, being that there is a shortage of the stuff in Canada. So that leads me to the next point, that I am going to be opening a storefront for North America, which will be www.modelmakersworkshop.com. It'll be a fully blown out, amazing new website that is going to showcase some awesome 3D artists, as well as some of my work. And we're going to cover 135 military scale armored vehicles and military vehicles in general. There seems to be a lack of aftermarket accessories in this, and we're in the works right now of teaming up with an amazing artist from Cults 3D that really takes his time on creating some of the stowage and you know, those cool little details like jerry cans, ropes, nets, bags, barrels, bullets, guns, those kind of things that really can take your build to the next level. But we're also going to be working with 124, 125 scale artists for things like body kits, complete kits, regular engine detail stuff, wheels, tires, chassis, suspension kits, you know, dress up stuff for the body as well as the interior, to kind of give you a unique feel on the model itself. But we're also going to be working with some 112 scale artists to do some of the bigger cars. I have a build series coming up on the 112 series Camaro that we're doing some crazy stuff on. Series motorcycles from Tamiya, which are absolutely amazing kits, and I have a build series coming up on that. So if you get a chance, definitely jump on and check out the website. It is under construction, so it'll be up and down over the next week or so. But again, it's going to be amazing when it's done. As you know, as some of you know, I have talked about, I've been in web design for well over 2 decades. Worked with some amazing clients and done some amazing award-winning product in the web page game. This is going to be a WordPress, a WooCommerce site that's going to be state-of-the-art, and really excited to kind of showcase it to you guys. The beautiful thing about us running the storefront from up here is the Canadian dollar, it tends to be quite a bit lower than the American dollar, which reflects in you know, lower costs and things like that. So we're really going to want to go into the detail on the build series. So I'm going to start some build series, probably try and do two a month if I can, just because it can bounce between them when I'm waiting for paint to degas and things like that. But the build series will be just kind of broken down on, 3 or 4 videos. So for instance, if it's a car, we'll break it down to an unboxing showing what the plans are for the kit, what we plan on using for paints, any aftermarket or detail upsets that we use. We're going to look at, and that'll be one video. Second part of the video series will be an engine build and paint. So we'll build the engine up and paint it live, showing some of the techniques I use, including dressing up, where we'll be adding plug wires, rad hoses, batteries, battery cables, all those kind of fun things that really take a build to the next level, which will allow for the tutorial plus the build. And part 3 will be chassis build and paint. So we'll build up the chassis, whether we 3D print something, we use something from Iceman Collections, Josh Dolly's store. There's quite a few that I've got some stuff that I'd like to kind of use up as we go, plus some of the stuff that will be 3D printing and showcasing in the storefront. The next part in the video will be interior. So we'll want to, build the interior and kind of show you guys some techniques on flocking and embossing powders, dry brushing, things that can really showcase some techniques and styles. But doing kind of my own thing with, again, using 3D printed parts or even bone stock builds, and kind of going from there. Next step will be prepping the body, showing complete how I do it from start to finish, from prep to cleanup to priming to paint to polish. And then the final video will be at the final assembly, where we put the whole thing together and ready for showcase. And go from there. So these series builds I'm going to be doing, which I'm going to go into further depth. At the end you'll see the cards. We'll point those towards the 2 build series that I'm doing. These are going to be special build series. I'm actually, this will run us into the next topic of this, which is the Victoria IPMS show, which is coming in April. I'd like to enter the Ducati and the 112 Revel Camaro, which is this bad boy right here. I know you guys have seen this. I've got some really cool ideas, which you'll see in the builds. I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but this is going to be, a fun one, as well as the Ducati Panigale 1199S. But yeah, going back to this, it's the 2025 Island Showcase Scale Model Contest and Show. Super pumped. Like I said, I'm going to enter the 2 builds. The theme is going to be celebrating 50 years of IPMS in Victoria. Some massive sponsors this year. My local hobby shop, BC Hobbies. Of course, the boys from there. I'll be down. This is Saturday, April 12th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's going to be at the Archie Browning Sports Center in Esquimalt, at 1151 Esquimalt Road. IPMS Canada is a sponsor. Who else we got? Spam, Scale Plastic, Automotive Modelers, Brad Main, Above and Beyond, Scale Graphics, and of course the boys in Toronto at Sunward Hobbies, one of my favorite shops. So it's going to be epic, and like I said, I'm going to be building 2 vehicles for that show. I still got to get my entries in, actually. It's gonna be awesome. And yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to building these builds with you guys as we go. So be sure to like, subscribe, and you'll see as we do updates. I'm going to try to get on the bench as much as I can. And I know I've pulled away, but it's because of getting the storefront ready and those kind of things. So moving on, we're gonna start. I think I'm going to start bringing in some other people from our large Facebook group, which is Beginner Scale Modeling on Facebook. Links below. Definitely, if this is something you like, join. Super safe community. We don't do rivet counting. We don't do that. We have a group build that we'll be doing every 3 months or so, and we break it up. It's not always cars. We do armored. But I think I'm going to bring some of the guys in on that as well that, do some great builds to show you some techniques that they use. Also would like to bring in a storefront product showcase weekly, every week. so I can show you some of the products we'll be bringing in, whether it's complete kits, like I said, body kits, suspension, chassis, dress up stuff. We just want to provide a really good quality product, because there is such a lack of it in Canada. Now I've added a new Facebook page, the official Facebook page for Model Makers Workshop. Just search it, you'll see it. That's where I'm going to be doing a lot of my updates. I'm going to pull away from my Facebook, my personal page, which is fine. You're still more than welcome to follow. But I'm going to focus that channel back on, life and all those things that are there, and kind of keep everything towards the Model Makers new page. Again, down in the comments below, same with the Facebook group. You'll also see my link tree, which has got direct links to all sorts of discounts through Gallery. As you know, Gallery products, they have been kind enough to give us a lot of the products that you see me paint with. I'm actually getting my hands on their new paint series, which is going to be released, I believe, in April. Don't quote me on that, I can't remember. But I'm excited to actually review and test their new acrylic paint line. It's supposed to be absolutely epic. And again, if this is a channel and the stuff that we do is something you like, please like and subscribe. And I'm going to try to get back to getting content out every day. So until next time, I will see you on the next video.